Hello and welcome back. It is time for your answers to today's puzzle and today's riddle. So on the board, let's get straight to it. We have got 6 triangles. Those 6 triangles which were drawn this morning contain 5 numbers and 1 blank triangle. And I asked you to work out what number needs to go into that final triangle. Okay? And what I did tell you was that there was an order to the numbers. So they're not random numbers. They are going in an order. And therefore the number at the bottom in the triangle that we're going to put in will be the last number in that order. Alright, so have you got the answer? I am going to show you that there is in fact 2 ways to spot this pattern. Alright, and then I'm going to show you how both ways will give you the same answer. Now the first thing to do when you've got a pattern of numbers or a sequence, which is a set of numbers which follows that pattern, is to try and identify what the pattern is. If you can identify a pattern, you will have the opportunity to continue the sequence that you've got, and this is what we will need to get our next number. So let's have a look at this pattern. All right, we have 6, 7, 9, 13, 21. 5 numbers going up. They're clearly not going up at the same rate each time, okay, because this one only increases by 1. When we go from 7 to 9, we're clearly increasing by 2. Then when we go from 9 to 13, we are clearly increasing by 4. And finally, from 13 to 21, we are increasing by 8. So the numbers do not increase by the same amount each time. Okay, so if I was doing sequences with you at school, we would talk about the fact that this is not a linear sequence because it doesn't increase or decrease by the same amount each time. However, have a look at the numbers that I've just written. It goes up by 1, it goes up by 2, then 4, and then 8. Can you see a pattern in those numbers that it's increasing by? 1, 2, 4, 8. The numbers are doubling each time. Double 1, you get 2. Double 2, you get 4. And double 4, you will get 8. So that would tell me that the next number that we're going to use to increase will be double 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So if I'm going to add 16 onto my last number, which is 21, I will get 37, which is the correct answer. It is the final answer, and if you got that answer, fantastic, well done, brilliant. I'm going to show you another way. There is another way of identifying that pattern, doing things slightly differently. Okay, so first thing I want you to do is I want you to imagine that these numbers are a pattern. I'm going to re-record that last bit, so I'll just pause it. So, your second way of solving this puzzle or finding the missing answer. This time, instead of looking at how each number is increasing to get the next number, we're going to play with the number we start with to make it into that second number a slightly different way. Okay. Now, other than adding numbers on, the most obvious thing to do to any number is to double it. Okay. We talked about our differences here. Doubling, it's a very easy and very simple thing to do. Now what I want you to think about is what happens if I double 6? I get 12. My next number isn't 12, is it? Unfortunately, it's not 12. What happens if I double my 7? I get 14. My next number is not 14. That's unfortunate again. What about if I double the 9? 18. Is my next number 18? Unfortunately not, no. What about if I double the 13? 26. Okay. Once again, my number is not 26. This is not going very well. Let's double the 21. 42. We already know the answer to this, and clearly that's not 42, it's 37. However, I've written those numbers down for a reason. Start to look. Look at these pair of numbers in each row and tell me what you notice. Okay. How many more do I need to add on to 7 to make 12? 5. How many do I add on to 9 to make 14? 5. 13 to 18, add on 5. 21 to 26, add on 5. And 37 to 42, also add on 5. Okay, so whilst I doubled each of these numbers, it didn't give me my next number. What it did give me was it gave me my next number with 5 extra on top. Okay, so all I would need to do is take 5 away from these numbers to show the missing numbers in the triangles, and that would have allowed us to get 37 by doing 42, take away 5. Okay, slightly more complicated way, and certainly not the way I would expect you to have solved this puzzle. I would definitely have expected you to have identified what's happening with the increase of each number. Okay, now I did give you a riddle this morning, and it is time for your answer, which again I know you've been waiting all day for. I can be cracked, made, told, or played. What am I? Okay, one last time. I can be cracked, made, told, and played. What am I? I am a joke. And I never thought I'd catch myself saying that sentence, but the answer is a joke. Okay, you can crack a joke, make a joke, tell a joke, and of course you can play a joke. So there we have your answer to today's puzzle and today's riddle, which means we've come to the end of the day. Once again, we will see you again tomorrow with another puzzle, another riddle, and of course another look at what this number here is now doing. Okay, we will see you then.